Oh, looks like it's streaming. Let's see. Are you really? Oh my gosh, yes I am. All right, cool. Not sure if I'm able to see this chat. Hi, if you were watching this stream, which I doubt anyone is, thank you for watching. And I'm Andrew Thomas. I'm going to do some ZBrush sculpting today. You can say things in the chat, and I'll be checking periodically to see if anyone is viewing and if anyone's doing anything. I also need to tweet this out. Say, come watch. How do I do that? How do I share? Share this. I'm going to share on Twitter. So yeah, this is the boring part where I try to tell people to come watch, and then you can watch. Come watch me character design. Bunch of tags. Hashtag, 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 hashtag. I'll do it on Facebook too, so that people can watch. And if you're in here, I see one other person. Yay, hello, hi. Come watch me make things. Let me post this on Facebook. If you're watching, hello. Say hello in the chat if you feel like it. I'm going to put all these socially things away, and I will get started right now. So this is an old, dumb-looking project. Shoot. Sometimes things get disconnected. There we go. That's huge. Let's erase this. So tools that I'm using right now, I am using ZBrush. I am going to be drawing with a Wacom tablet. This is an Cintiq. I don't know what year or size it is. It's older, I think. I bought it used from a good friend, and it works pretty well. I really love it. Here's a couple of other dumb things that I've been working on. Yeah, wait. So, some silly character type things. But I'm going to start something new, and I want to bring in a reference. The way that happens in ZBrush is kind of odd, I would say. That disappeared, which is exactly what's expected to happen. So I have to take a texture and then turn on spotlight, add the spotlight. Alright, and so now it's huge! It's so big. So I'm going to scale this down a little bit. No, that's too small. Scale it up. And I really like, even like put it like kind of off. Yeah, opacity. Oh, whatever. Okay. I like doing. Disappeared. Sorry. Load that up. Add. Do that again real quick. I like using Spotlight up in here. No, I think it's easy. There we go. So this is going to be my reference. So I know I am sculpting. This is a drawing that I made earlier. It's losing a little bit of the detail, but I'll play around with the skies and the scale of it and all that junk later on. This is just so I can kind of remember what I'm doing. I like to bring it into Spotlight because I can kind of toggle it on and off, move it around really easily. I'm not into that whole like put a texture on a flat surface and scale it up and all of that thing actually in the scene. This is a lot easier. ZBrush is great for that. I'm also not terribly into doing that thing where you do the intersecting planes and like always having a reference. I'm just looking at it. I mean, it'll change. That's fine. Some people like to sculpt like copy, and they are cool for doing that. But I'm just not gonna do it. This is just an idea, not a big deal. So I have a Z-sphere that I just created, and this will make it fun and easy to make the rest of the body. I like Z-spheres, and I probably will actually, I'm going to do this in kind of a weird way. And it's a theory that I have. I can't even say that I'm like teaching something. So I'll explain that in a minute once I get to it. But right now I'm just Z-sphering out this cool bod, this nice dad bod that this monster has. Like that. Like that. So, you know, just kind of like trying to look at what I've got going on over in that drawing and move things around. It's going to be all symmetrical right now, so that's part of what I'm trying to avoid happening, but that's okay, because I'm going to be working symmetrically for the first part of this. I'm sort of blocking in the basic shapes. I might do the feet separately. I think I'm going to do feet and hands separately. I like doing that. So I'm not going to worry about those right now. So now if I want this to be animated later, I kind of like animating with like very separate parts. I don't like animating this whole thing as one object, so I don't know if there's a way to initialize and have all of these be their own separate little baby parts, huh? This, okay. So when I initialize this is just a preview. I don't need that high resolution. I'm going to say 64. 64. It's really high. There we go. Those are all separate pieces, but I can't move them independently. And I kind of like being able to not just highlight like a slice of the leg. I want it to be separate. And I don't mind it if there's extra material inside because it's really, really easy to balloon those together and form it. So that's a thing that I'll figure out a little bit later. I think he's a little taller. Or she, I don't know. Who knows this creature? It's not so. Sort of like a Barney-ish thing. Kaiju for a game that I'm helping to make with some people. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's weird. So there we go. I want that ground to be the ground. Let's see if I put the floor in the right place. Oh no! There we go. Yeah, not that it really matters where the floor is. and where everything else is, but it's nicer. It's easier to reference. So, little quick save there, making sure that that works. People following you. Oh, nice. Thank you so much for following me. Okay, so while I am busy doing that, looking at things, if you say something in the chat, just say hi. Come on in. I'm in the chat. Hi. I just said hi to you. So I think this guy, he's like leaning back a little bit more. Yeah, in there. I'm just like this is the best. I'm just blocking out the the simple, easy peasy shapes. Let's make it smaller. So that's a point, but I want that to be sort of substantial as we go. So yeah, I think I'm just going to say I'll worry about if this is ever going to be animated later, because not my problem right now. It's a problem for future Andrew. He doesn't know a lot about animation. So I'm trying to work on these beautiful horns that he's got. Let's see. Beautiful. And I kind of need to start here. Go like that. And then what? No. Start there. I guarantee there's another way to make a spiral on this. Don't take this as being the best way for me to do this. I'm sure someone can tell me I'm wrong. But again, I'm kind of just blocking things in right now. I just want a 3D shape that represents this drawing, and it doesn't have to be perfect, because I'll go in and do something to it later on. And probably just reproduce it. Like I might just start over, which is totally chill. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's the thing that's wrong with the drawing, is that it's not like leaning in right. There we go. I want this like this motion right here, so that comes out, but it's like it's all going back. It's like hair going backwards or something weird like that. And I'm just trying to add as few things to the shape just so that it works. And ZBrush is good at that. This is going quick, right? Ooh-wee. And this feels right. This feels like this is what I want. That's a kind of a dangerous thing I just did. There we go. And it's so good. It's so good doing that. So right, like that looks all right. I'll keep that like that. This thing is real big. It's bothering me. Back up there. Yeah, I think that's what I want. Looks cool. So next, got that kind of look. Also, the thing that I like about Z-spheres is that I don't, if this was a sculpt already, I'd be stretching and squeezing or moving around individual parts, and I don't want either of those things. What I want is I want to move something or I want to rotate something and have everything else kind of stay in relationship to that. So that's nice. Right now I'm okay moving things because I haven't really committed to anything quite yet. And then I'll sort of switch to pure rotating because then none of the lengths of the appendages will change, or lengths between things. So like, I'll show you. Like right now I can make that as long as I want, but I think it is like this. And then don't support that thing I just showed there. Now I'm going to start rotating this. Yeah. I like this. All right. Okay. Now this feels just all right. Good. All right. So that's the preview of what the mesh would look like once you use the depth of skin with Dynamesh going on there. It's getting closer, I think. He's a little bit of finishing the legs. I'm gonna have these big kind of chicken legs. Yeah, like that. Now we're talking. And then, and this is like kind of like stepping like, right, but I think those shoulders are a little bit back. And here's the hard thing is like I could sculpt it all so symmetrically right now, but it'll be boring. Nothing will be going on. What's the best way to do this? I'm trying to figure that out. I'm just gonna make ones non-destructive, which is nice, and then geometry. Dynamesh it. Multi-group Dynamesh. I wonder what will happen here. Gonna load for a second. This is a good chance for you to subscribe. I don't think I even can get subscribers yet. Oh dear, that is messed up. What happened? Look at that. What did you do? What did you do to these groups? What were you thinking? All right, so it did not like that. Dynamesh. Oh yeah, that was Dynameshing. What if I remesh it and I keep groups and I freeze groups? What happens? Who knows? I probably should remesh this as early as possible, actually. Makes sense. And I mean, like, some people I see them do it, like, they deal with it, that's not horrific. They'll deal with it, they'll do some, like, weird holes. You see that? What's up there? Right? Like, it didn't even... Like, I can't get into that. I can't get into that. All right, so here's the dumb thing that I'm thinking that I want to do, and this is my experiment. is now that I have all of these terrible separate parts, and I don't need them all. Like I don't need this shoulder and this all to be separate right now. And so what if I make, I make this head, sculpt that out, just fit it into that, fit this, fit the arms, fit the legs, and then I can go wild, tweaking all of the geometry. I'm not sure. Or I just don't do it symmetrically and I just sculpt it the old-fashioned way. I don't know. Let me see how far I get on this. I mean, what? So boom. I'm just going to highlight these. It's also like I don't know what I need, right? Like I don't know if I want these to be separate or if these to be all together. This seems like this is going to get in my way a lot, and I'm going to want to move around this. So I actually probably want the horns to be their own little world. Let's start over. I'm going to duplicate. And then, this is the really dumb way that I do this. I'm going to modify topology, and I'm going to delete everything that's in there. I could even delete the other one, but I'm not going to do that. And then back to geometry. I'm going to close the hole so that is like that. And now I can, I think I will do that. Get rid of this guy, like that. Now I'm going to delete this one too. I just went opposite, and I'm going to delete hidden so that that isn't doing anything weird while I work on the head. And then I think this makes sense. I just can't decide if I want just this head. Just this. Yeah, I think I want that to be separate, and then this could be its own thing. So, same deal. Subtool. Now I just have the head highlighted. I will, subtool. I'm going to duplicate. Now I'm working on the duplicate. I'm going to go to geometry, delete hidden, close holes. Alright, so those holes are closed. Now again, I'll have a starting point for something else. Go back to this guy. I'm going to get rid of that one. I'm going to delete what I have there. Now this one is going to be this, all this. Doing that. This one's going to be torso boy. That's highlighted. I'm going to duplicate it again. Go back down. Delete hidden. Close holes. Ooh, is that ugly? No, that's actually not as bad as I thought. I thought this was going to be real bad, but it's fine. Get rid of that. Go over to this guy. And go back to the other part of the mesh. So now I have all of these separate things. That's fine by me. I will delete this too. Delete hidden. Same thing. Arms, duplicate. Hidden. Close holes. And then delete the arms from this so that it's not confusing. Go for these legs. Okay. And then I've just got a tail that I don't need to do anything else. I don't need to copy that because everything else is gone. So I'm just gonna delete hidden, close the hole. Now these are all on separate channels so that I can work on them individually and not have to deal with anything dumb happening and changing the other ones. So I can kind of just treat them as being independent. The tail is the one that I am sort of most concerned about. In the posing stage, but we'll worry about that later. So for this head, transparent. You kind of need to have this flat head. So I'm probably going to be jumping back and forth between. How do I dock this? Move and trim dynamic. So now those are both up there. So I'm going to get started. And I try to just focus on movie tools. So now this is kind of nice because it just automatically turns into that shape that the horns can fit into. That'll be cool. And then this guy, that's already pretty getting there, huh? Just kind of fat nose. Alright, I like that. Now I'm just going to do a little gallery mesh. I want to keep those groups, but this should make those edges a lot nicer. That's like, I don't like how jaggy. Oh, see that? Look how much better that is. And I mean, the drawing doesn't really address like what is happening with this neck going into the head, but I think it's kind of like that. Let's see, yeah, and now ghost or transparent on. That's great. Look at that. So this horns will sort of fit on in there. I'm going to jump over to this body, this hot bod, and just as it is, I'm going to give it a little remesh so that it starts making sense. I'm not too worried about him being photogenic because he's gonna be a little bitty. He's gonna be so tiny. No one's gonna notice. I want a keep polish, something polish. S polish, surface polish. That's what I want. No, I need to use the heavy duty. That's not doing anything for that. Also, don't freeze grips. Just keep them. What are you doing? There we go. Hmm. Might use clay buildup. Yeah, see that's not doing anything, huh? Why is that not affecting the surface? The buildup intensity. Get intense. Get with it. Weird. What's happening? Did I mess it up? Something weird must be highlighted. It's not letting me modify him. Huh. He added on intensity. Turn this. I wonder if it's. There we go. That's what it was. Stupid thing. Alright, so that's the one problem with this, is I need to turn that spotlight on and off. So it starts sculpting. I can move things, but I can't look at it. So, shoot. What am I going to do with that? Nothing down there. What you want? Hover over it when I want to look at it. I'm forgetting how to do this. Well, I think I basically know. And I'll just have. I don't want any texture. Nothing's working. Go. I like having this big jaw back here, and one of the things that I'm really trying to work on right now is there's so many. I think what makes really good artists is that they, especially ZBrush in 3D, is that they get these lines to be just really crisp, really gorgeous. You know, I get really excited about it. So I want to be having these nice, consistent line work. This feels like it's it. This feels pretty good actually. Take off the glasses. This is getting serious. So that goes fine. I'm gonna jump back on over to my body, my torso. And I have that trim dynamic tool like I wanted to use earlier. I'm going to turn on transparent so that I can kind of see into this. And I think that's one of the things that the Z spheres can't get is, showing me what does this look like. I'm always trying to sort of understand what the mountains the mountains and valleys are here. Trying to avoid these, especially that one. That's going to be the real ugly contact point. I think it makes sense for this neck to get skinny up top, sort of flatten out as it goes. I'm just going to make sure that it's really really connecting in all these places. And here, this guy will probably get 3D printed, so fine. I'm going to turn the transparency off. Make sure that connection feels right. Yeah, that's, I mean, probably should go up into it a little bit more. Okay, that's maybe a dark spot, so cool. Take a look at these army parms. So I'm okay losing that a little depth there. It doesn't connect perfectly. And I am going to do my ZR remesh again. And while I do that, check out how the stream is going. Someone else is watching, I guess, which is cool. Thank you for watching. So happy to have you watching this. It's a delight. It might just be me. I might have this up in 2 places. That could be it. That could be it. So I'm gonna this Twitch channel will be a work in progress. I have to add a bunch of things and make it look snappy, but it's fun. We're having fun, right? I don't think there's anything. I mean, these arms seem to be. They're gonna be going off in their own direction soon. I'm gonna make sure that works. It might actually even be time to add this little baby. This will be my hand. I'm starting to see what's going on this arm too while I work on the hand. Same thing. I like to go down to the ultimate thinness happening, and then just go. This is actually where the finger is going to start, is up top here. And that, yeah, I should actually sit down and make some real nice hands. Real nice hands. Someday. Don't you know, it's someday. But for now, there's going to be these ugly things. So I'm just trying to get a sense of, yeah, what's the potential in this weird hand. Rapper like a little bit more space. So it's going to be very silly. It'll be nice. And I want to see what it looks like now. Pretty simple. Pretty easy. Yeah, that's about right. Make it. Go back on up. The sphere. Okay. Now, here's the cool part. I'm going to. No, I'm going to leave that for now. Eventually, I'll use this again to make the other arms, but for now, it's just going to stay where it is. What? That was crazy. Sorry about that. Okay. He's got an arm. Again, if I'm responsible, I'd go in and title everything. This is just a quickie. This is just a quick one to wet your palate. Just giving him a little bit more definition to his arms. Doesn't need a lot. I really should. This is actually probably pretty sure. I'll do the trim dynamic and sort of identify what the planes are. And that's most of this. It's just I'm trying to figure out, who's got the planes? Who's got the planes I want? Who's got the planes that I need? That's what's happening with that guy. Little elbow. Kind of get bone to be under flesh is like the cool, fun thing about this. That's where the problem is over here. Let's make that radii go across. Cool. So this is what we're working with. Go back to this. Now, so that was like a stupid thing to do, right? Is work on that a little bit, but now I can hop around and you know, if one thing doesn't work, go on to the other, shoot, and just sort of I like to work on the same thing from multiple angles. Now I am going to try and pose this guy in the most formidable way. Like that. I'm just using rotate. Again, I can actually bring this guy back up. Back to lightbox. Away. Scale that down. Again, you can see what was going on in there. And he is pretty much the real deal. It's kind of being like, oh. There we go. So slowly. Right now we've got a little dynamicism going on here. Opening up. Let's give this a little bit more. I'm going to give it a couple more pieces. So even it out. Switching back and forth between making them and showing them. I think this is where that needs to kind of move in that way. And here, I think like a neighbor is, like a little girl is playing with a cat and it's not happy about it right now. I can hear it going on. It's not fun. I'm not enjoying this either. If I get out of that, what happens to my viewers? I probably lose my only viewer, and I got none. Looking at who's watching this? Anyone? Okay. It smells like the cat yells and then the girl yells. Reloading. Oh, my videos. Oh my. Sorry if that messed things up. I don't know what that did. Stream looks good. It's working well. So, and now if I go check this out, make another adaptive skin, preview it first. Okay, hit A to preview it. Look at that. And now he's got a little bit of motion to him. Make him and that's so much more fun. Wow, this is fun. So like I might work those arms, fix up this dumb hand. And really most of the action's going to come in the. I just don't. That's what I don't like. I don't like this right here. That got messed up. So back to Easy Spheres. Right, so it's like his tail's sort of. So it should be balancing him, right? So like from this angle, you see that's kind of a nice, it's a nice silhouette. It's not a bad silhouette, and it should just sort of. There should be something action-packed on the other side. Like this needs to go like that. That's kind of what you're getting. Same in mid-stride. Go down a little bit. Go up. Shoulders tend to go whoop, whoop, against the hips, always in the opposite direction. That's the lean. Make that adaptive skin. Number 3. And then this one, I think I'm going to use the RWMesh to keep the groups. Groups are convenient to have for now. But yeah, that's the thing is I lose that sweet it's blanking on me. Oh, geez, mirror. I can't work on both sides at once, and so for like the head, that's kind of clutch. I want to be able to do that, and now I can go back to the other one, and I have all those parts separate, and that'll be nice. So that's simplified it. Great. So if I have to, I can just go boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you get the idea. So I can get rid of everything. But yeah, I think that this is better without the mirror action going on. So that's the base mesh. I'm going to stop the stream, and I'm going to take a break, and then maybe I'll come back on. Maybe or not. I think I'll come back on to see if anyone wants to watch. So thank you.